Hello, welcome to another DealerSocket 101 DIY with Brandon Socket. Today's video, we are talking about custom filters you need to build. Now, if you're here on this video from the Sales Manager dashboard, the first three filters we create are the first three filters you need, are the three filters you need for that dashboard. There are 5 widgets that we use as customer success managers for a monthly business review. We like to review these numbers with dealerships, or we use that information to get a little understanding about that store. One's a delivery appointment. And then I'm going to talk about maybe 2 or 3 other variations or widgets you might want to have on your dashboard, or even creating these custom filters for your salespeople. So all custom filters are created on the check mark here in the top left. It takes us to our opportunities and tasks. And you essentially have to click this 3 dots in the top right, wait for Filter Manager to show up, and then I'll click on it. So the first widget we created on that Sales Manager dashboard was Open Engagement Task Past Due. So I'll go Create Daily Responsibility, and I can title it Past Due Open Engagement, whatever you want to call it, okay? Now these are activities that are open and assigned to what we would call an open opportunity, not sold, not lost, okay? So we need task status, task type, task status, we need a due date, and we also need where is the customer at in the sales process, so we need the sales step, okay? So task type, outbound phone call, appointment. We're going to do update your event, send email, pardon me, read work notes, email received, web lead, inbound phone call. You're rarely going to have that activity as an open activity, and send text. So there's my 5 or 6, maybe 7. Status, easy, open. Due date, today and older, yesterday and older. I usually go yesterday and older, give them today the opportunity to finish their activities. And sales step, this one, you're definitely going 0 to 4. If you want to add in pending F&I, up to you. Some people do, some people don't. It's up to you. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. So there, that is my past due open engagement tasks. All right. Now, the next one we're going to create from the video is ignored emails. Now, I'm not creating these here on this site because they already have them. I create them for a bunch of stores. But I'm going to go ahead and create a daily responsibility called ignored emails received, if you want to call it that, right? Ignored emails. That is essentially a task type, a task status, and a due date. It's very simple. This is for the entire dealership. We don't care who it's received or who it's sent to. As a manager, I just need to know that it hasn't been responded to. So here's email received, here's open, and due date is yesterday and older. Again, let's give them today to respond to that email. Okay, I would go ahead and save that. So there's my second widget from the Sales Manager dashboard. The third one has multiple variations, okay? It's going to be a create appointment to-dos. Now here's, this is going to be called deliveries. Okay, we'll call it deliveries. Now there's one caveat to this one, and that is your customer success manager at DealerSocket needs to create this task type first for you. And the reason I like to add a delivery reminder is so that nobody creates a sales appointment as a delivery, because it'll throw your sales appointment metrics off. So we're going to go ahead and go task type. Let's go delivery. We are going to go task status, open. We're going to go due date is, now this could be today. This is where the variations come into play. You could have one that says today's deliveries. You can have next 7 days deliveries. You could do something where current month, and I'm going to throw an open and completed. So this gives me a really good idea of delivery forecast for the month. We have some completed and we have some still open. So this is kind of giving us our real number. Because remember, if I only choose open, it's not going to show me my completed deliveries, my completed delivery tasks. So lots of different variations here with this delivery. The other condition you can add is you can go where the assigned to is current user. So what does this mean? it means your salespeople can add these variations of these widgets to their dashboard. So you can give salespeople today's deliveries, next 7 days deliveries, total month, total delivered. Total delivered would just be completed, right? So you can see where these widgets, have some great, powerful, very easy to create, just changing some tasks and changing the names, right? Total delivered, open, next 7 days, today's delivered, total month forecast, okay? And again, you would just save it. So there's your delivery appointment. Now, the next 3 widgets we create fall in line with what customer success managers call a business review. Alongside the open engagement task past due, we're going to create just a simple total open engagement tasks. Okay, so daily responsibility and be called total open engagement tasks. Engagement tasks. So just total open. All right. So we want a task type. We need a task status. We don't need a due date because we just want to see total open. What's the status? So again, we're going to take our phone calls, appointment, delivery. You could throw in there, update your event, send email, read work notes, email received, web lead, and send text. We're going to go status of open and sales step, again, whichever the 4 or 5 that you're going to do. And that would be my total open regardless of due date. All right. This is a custom filter when compared to the past due. It tells you sort of how many you have open, how many are past due, what's the difference, are we completing them or not? Okay. The next widget falls in line with engagement tasks in the past week created. So what we'll do here is, again, going to be create daily responsibility, tasks created past week. Okay. So created past week, we need task type, task status, creation date. That's all we need, I believe. Yes, creation date, 2 of them. So we're going to go outbound phone call, delivery, appointment, update your event, send your email, read work notes, email receive, web lead, and send text. Creation date, past week. That's all we want to know. How many tasks were created? Okay. Now the next widget alongside that is going to be completed in the past week. So we need to add a condition, and we would change creation date. We would now go completion date, and we would go task status is completed past week. So now we're looking at how many were completed in the past week versus how many were created. And when you really look at that number, you'll see like 500 created, 200 completed. So 300 additional were created that we didn't get done. And that starts to compound and compound and compound. And as I mentioned, as customer success managers, we use those 5 widgets, right? The total open engagements, the total open engagement past due, the engagement task created past week, completed past week, and ignored emails. We really look at those numbers to get a feel for, are people overloaded or not? Are we getting things done? So that's what those 5 widgets do. I may do a future video on those 5 widgets and how you can add them and use them. Delivery appointments, we covered. There's 4 or 5 there. Now, the next widget is all about service. However, there is a couple steps that you would need your customer success manager to do. What I did at an old store that I ran a BDC for is I created a business rule and a campaign. And what the business rule did is it looked for service appointments that were in 3 days from now. I chose 3 days in case you came in on Friday, were off Saturday, or you were on Saturday and you had an appointment on Monday. I just wanted to make sure everybody had visibility. So 3 days from now, you would see your Monday appointment on Friday or Saturday. Okay. And what the business rule did is it looked for those appointments and it created an activity for the salesperson that said, your customer is coming in for service in 3 days, do something about it. And then there was a follow-up activity a day later or the day before that had some other notes for it, or was a note for the manager, or was a note for the BDC manager. So you would want this widget on your dashboard because it would show you my service appointments next 3 days. Okay. The secondary purpose of this widget is you would choose assign to your friends at dealership name, and that means it's an orphan or there's no sales rep, right? And so now we have a widget for the managers, and the managers can say, hey, salesperson that's new, there's 4 people coming in the service drive today. I want you to go introduce yourself, buy them a coffee, give them your business card, and ask them if they would love to have a free assessment of your vehicle, and we could present them with an opportunity. Whatever that process looks like, you can have this widget on your dashboard as a manager to see all the orphans. You can have a widget that shows all the service appointments coming in. Just really helps you work that service drive. All right, we're going to stop there. We've got 10 or 12 or 13 variations within these widgets. Delivery has 4 or 5, service has 3 or 4. There's those 5, engagement tasks, ignored emails. A lot of really good custom filters you can create for your dashboard. Now, there are more. There are different variations you can think of based off of outbound phone calls, left message, outbound phone call, unresponsive, different ways to manage your opportunities via widgets on the dashboard. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Thank you again for watching this DealerSocket 101 DIY with Brandon Socket, and we'll see you in the next video.